Good morning, beauties. Good morning. Checking in, a little brief check in. How are you feeling? What happens when you are feeling everything? When you are feeling everything and you don't know exactly what it all is, right? You just might be feeling waves of energy and maybe feeling waves of emotion, right? Sadness suddenly creeps in, or melancholy, or anger, or any of the many emotions, right? And you're kind of searching for, where is this from? Why am I feeling this way? And I just want to say that you may not be feeling something that is directly related to you personally. You may, as a sensitive being, which I believe every single human being is originally a very, very sensitive creature, right? We put on layers of desensitizing coats, so to speak, and also many coats of desensitization are put upon us from the time we are very little, right? And so we often don't know what we're feeling or why. And again, sometimes we're feeling the energy of the world itself. We're feeling the energy of the neighborhood, even of your next door neighbor sometimes, right? Not to suggest that you ever take on purpose, somebody else's energy, right? But as a sensitive person, you may very well be moving energies through you that don't necessarily only belong to you personally. And this is what it is to be alive on earth today, is the recognition that we are all connected, right? We've heard that, we hear that, we say that even. But the actual understanding of it is something altogether different. It is when we allow ourselves to deeply drop in and recognize that we're living inside of a particular, I start calling it a machine, the body, but it's not a machine, right? But a particular vessel that is so finely tuned, so highly attuned to everything, to color, light, sound, energy. It is made of all those things, right? We're knowing more about the body and the experience of being human and the earthly realms, and the more we know, the less we know, right? The more we dig and dive, and we will continue to ask questions. That is in our nature, to continue to ask questions about what is the meaning of everything. That's in our nature, and it's interesting to keep pursuing. But to come back in here to the simple, right? Oh, I woke up this morning and I just feel sad, right? And you're looking around at your own life and you're going, I don't have anything in particular to be sad about. And then, of course, you look out into the world and you think, wow, there are a lot of things happening that I can be sad about. And you may not have been looking at the news. You may have turned the news off 6 months ago. You may have, it doesn't matter. We are all connected to everything. Okay? Earthquakes that are going to happen somewhere, right? I used to, feel the oncoming earthquake or giant thing that was going to happen. I didn't know what I was feeling, but go into an absolute panic and be up all night long, and then wake up and look at the news and find out, oh, Indonesia and a gigantic, huge tsunami, right? So all of my life I've been sort of having these things rolling through me and actually thinking, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. Why am I always getting dizzy when I go downtown? Or why do I see things that other people don't see? You are also experiencing, right? A great deal of energy that pours through you every day. And what I'm saying here is that instead of always making it yours, or what is wrong with me, or let's make this go away, we might consider that we are all running tons of energy every day, every moment, and that we need our practices in order to ground and let that move through us. Thus the breath work, right? This is nothing new coming from me, that breath work is essential, right? This is an ancient practice. But I just particularly love the breath of deep inhale through the nose and then the exhale through the mouth with that sound, letting your throat come online, letting parts of your body come online, and so you can express with sound the release and also start creating some oxytocin in your body. This is not to make all the feelings go away, right? There are things that we possibly want to recognize that there's a reason to feel sad about or angry about, right? So that we can have actions that rise out of our care and concern for our family, which would include every single thing on earth, right? All the humans, but everything, all the rivers, all the oceans, all the trees, all the animals, all the creatures, right? All the seen and the unseen is our family. And so to feel for one another is essential, but not in reaction and out of tension and fear, from a place of responsiveness, so that we can cultivate that peace and calm that sometimes shows up inside of, right, that directs our rage, right? Calmly directing our rage. Does that sound kind of crazy? No, not to me. Because if we have rage about something that's happening on earth, we move it through our bodies, we feel it, we recognize it, we say, okay, I feel you, and I understand the reason that you're here. And then we do something like dance it wildly, right? I do that every single week. Dance all the energy through my body for 2 hours and just sweat hard so that I can feel my feelings and I can let them move through me. That gives me the ability to act on things from a place of calm and a place of understanding. So, you are a highly sensitive person. You're here in a very sensitized, hugely both terrifying and rapturous time. Whoopsie. Where everything is changing, where everything is opening up, where we're being shown all the stuff, all of it, right? Just like that film, everything, everywhere, all at once, right? That's the reality. There is one now that's extending in every direction. Everything is happening right now, and it always has been. So how do you cultivate centeredness? And also cultivate your psychic abilities, cultivate your ability to be a channel, so that you can start to drop in and channel, right, from, I like to say, from the Most High, and that is not a biblical, I wasn't raised with any religion. It just feels good to me, so I utilize words that feel good in my body and in my mouth. It's not an over us, right, hierarchical thing. It is maybe our Most High aspect, so that we can function here today in this moment and be of service. Be of service to ourselves by centering and keeping ourselves solid, rooted and grounded, and also be in service to others, all others that in our corner of the world, that in your corner of the world, you are able to be responsively in service to. So start with the breath, slow it all down. Take some time every morning to walk the beauty way. I am beauty, right? Or I am truth, or I am justice, or I, right, whatever the term is for you that is essential, that you start speaking it into reality, right? Not in a light way like spirituality light, in a very deep, responsible way. To remain embodied and to be empowered and then to take actions from that place is supranatural. So, I just wanted to drop in for a little brief check-in on this morning and yeah, just share whatever came through me, and that's what came through me this morning. So I'm sending you big, big, big love, big grace, big power, big expression, big beauty. Talk soon.